Hello everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
And we saw Ant-Man, and this is going to be our review of it.
It was an exceptional Marvel film. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very humorous, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it also shows Marvel can make new movies without having to one-up the previous one like they have been doing with the Avenger movies.
Yeah. I mean, Ant-Man coming into making the movie was like, well, if it flops we can forget about it and move on to a whole new, make a different character. But now, Ant-Man has taken the place for Black Panther, if I recall. Ant-Man 2 is going to replace Black Panther 2017, I believe.
I didn't hear about that, but okay.
But yeah, because Ant-Man's done so well. It has actually, they've actually got a second one in slate for Black Panther's original release date. Whether Black Panther's still going to show up in Civil War is going to be something, but yeah, who knows, it's going to be epic.
Tracking back a bit though, I didn't know what to think going into Ant-Man because they did change the director midway through it from Edgar Wright to
Peyton Reed.
That's it. They removed Edgar Wright for him. I didn't know how to feel because Edgar Wright is a very good director. He directed Shaun of the Dead, Scott Pilgrim, Hot Fuzz, The World's End. I heard that's because he didn't want it to be a franchise movie and he wanted it to be its own singular movie, but then they were going to introduce him to the Avengers, is why he left.
There's also some creative differences there, but I am so glad this movie happened. I mean, just looking back in it, picturing every moment, I wet myself in excitement.
The movie, the parts you see in the trailer still look good in the movie, like when he jumps up along that gun, grabs the guy by the time, punches him in the face. That looked amazing on the screen.
Better.
Yeah.
Better.
And on the end of the trailer, when the train's going round and crashes into him and it just tipples over.
Yeah, that bit is so good. But they didn't reveal all of it in the trailer. There was plenty left unseen.
Yeah.
There was some really good memorable bits in there, weren't there?
Yes, there was. As well, I liked the pace of the movie. It wasn't all one long street. It was started off quick, then it had some character depth, then it went back to being action, then it dropped down to have more
character development.
Then it kept dropping in and out of character development and action scenes to make you feel for the characters as well as feeling the excitement of the movie.
It wasn't an origin story for Scott Lang, it was more an origin story for Scott Lang's Ant-Man. It was just, there was a lot of scenes of him just training. Yeah, but it was funny.
Yeah, it was very good. It does also make your heartstrings go, oh. There's a certain part of the movie when you literally just hold back tears when one of the lesser characters, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but
one of the much smaller characters in the Marvel universe, something happens very tragic. But we're not going to spoil it for you. We're going to let you go and watch it.
You do feel for this character.
You do. You actually do. It was very. They've done it just right. It was perfect. There wasn't too much downtime.
Yeah. As well as a cameo. I would cast it as a cameo scene from.
It was a cameo.
A certain Avenger.
One of the new Avengers, I guess you could say. He was in Avengers Age of Ultron, he was part of the new team of Avengers.
Yep, and that's
the clue you're going to get,
that was probably the best scene of the movie. That scene was very good and I enjoyed it quite a lot. And the end credit scene.
The end credit scene, it was very weird because it wasn't at the end of the credits. Well, there was one just before the credits, there was another after. Would you like to go and talk to him about...
You don't want to spoil it.
So basically, you will see one before the credits, and then you see one after. Don't get too upset. And for those of you who love the Hank Pym comics of Ant-Man, there is also reference to his wife, aka the Wasp, in the movie. It was a good scene between them two.
There is also countless references to members of the Avengers.
There is.
A certain web slinger who climbs up walls.
That was what one of the reporters said in the end credits scene before the credits.
Yeah. This is going to be a spoiler part for people who haven't seen it. Do not not go any further unless you want to.
Shall we do like, comment, subscribe if you're leaving now?
And if you are leaving now, please like,
please comment,
and please subscribe, and don't forget to keep it real,
lads. Keep it real.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
The end credit scene. Wasp.
Yeah, the Wasp. Hope Van Dyne. I think it's her name. Sorry.
It was a prototype for the new Wasp suit which her dad and mum were making, but her mum didn't get to do it because unfortunately she died.
This was spoilers, so no hate, please.
But she didn't die because she's trapped in that alternate dimension because her button, which shrunk her down, she shrunk too much and now she's super small.
Like, because Scott Lang, he actually went to there, didn't he?
Sorry, what was this? Yes, he did. Which shows getting there and back is possible. They just need to figure out a way to get there to get her mum back.
But the way Scott Lang done it was actually very good. So, what would you give Ant-Man out of 10?
Probably about an 8.
An 8. I'd probably have to give it. I'm in the same region as you, to be honest. It was really good. A phenomenal movie. If you haven't seen it, well, what are you doing past this point? Because we did say it was spoilery. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, be sure to give it a go. Or, if you can't afford it, read it up on Wikipedia.
Or torrent it. No one cares. It's a franchise movie. No one cares.
We're not condoning this at all. Like, we're not saying, yeah, you should do this due to legal troubles.
If it was an indie movie, I'd say definitely don't do it. But as it's a major studio, who cares? They've got enough. Well, anyway, guys, we're probably going to leave it here. Please like.
Please comment.
Please subscribe.
And as always, don't forget to keep it real, lads. Keep it real.